So, I'm going to begin this video like this. I've had people on here that found a Google search on me, which I want to tell you thank you. I already knew about it. Google search is not an official background search. I don't know how many times I got to say this. And let me tell you why now. Because the two websites that had me on a Google search, which was a non-true statement about me, which, let me say my name again, Jeremiah Boyce Ferguson. Those two websites took me off. You know why they took me off? Do you want to know why they took me off? Because it wasn't true. Okay? It was not true. I was never convicted of a sex crime. Now, with that being said, I tried to go on a panel yesterday, a YouTube channel, which I don't know why I even tried, because this dude is a freaking mental case. By far. By far, because he said he had the facts. And one of his constituents, whatever you want to call it, one of his little followers, Pumpkin Love, whatever her name is, her, him, I don't know, even said when I press on the picture, there's nothing there, because that's right, it was deleted. Now, it takes Google a while to take and erase the whole thing. So yes, my face is still going to be on those two websites as far as when you first see them, ArrestFacts and mugshots.com. Now, if there's any more Google search web pages that are not a part of any law enforcement or anything that's a private web page that has that kind of information on me, they are in the wrong and in a liable for a lawsuit. Because guess what? Jeremiah Boyce Ferguson has never, ever in his life been convicted of a sex crime. Okay? Never. Okay? Because let me tell you something. With doing crimes of that nature, which is number one, the number one thing is sick. It's sick and disgusting. Number two, you can never, ever, 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 ever be around children. You can never, ever, ever, ever purchase firearms. I don't care who the hell you are. You can never buy firearms. Now, unfortunately, due to the fact that I am a disabled person and don't have a lot of money, I cannot buy me a laptop to where I can produce the picture, which I have on my phone, okay, which I was trying to prove to dipshit JP, me holding my 1911 45 that I had at one time. The only reason why I sold that stupid gun was because it would jam on my first round, which is unsafe. That could kill somebody. And I didn't have the money to fix it. So I sold it. I've also had an SKS in my possession, a single shot 20 gauge in my possession, a Heritage 22 in my possession. I purchased my 45 at the Texas Pawn and Jewelry in Leander, Texas, which is where I reside now. You can look me up on DPS sex offender registration. Guess what you're not going to find? Me. Because you never get off the Texas registration. And then he has the audacity to say, now be kitty free. And then you got John Hagee, who I went after too, which I will continue to, because these trolls, this troll organization, let me tell you, has been a thorn in my butt. Because I like getting on here and making videos. Whether people see them or not, I don't care. I just do it for fun. I don't care. But it is a thorn in my butt when I get called a pedo or something like that, because something did happen in another state because of Google search that deemed me in such a way that was disgusting. Got my 9-year-old little boy severely bullied, which is not cool. Did I get to have my say on JP's chat? No, of course, because he's king of the world. Also was outed one time, and I guarantee Isaac don't remember because he's too busy picking on or exposing whoever or whatever, which I don't really care. Okay? You know, if they are bad people, that's on them. I'm a kid behind the camera and Bridget West fan. I'm an AGP fan. Okay? I love watching them guys. You know, I miss AGP dearly. I did try getting on, guest mob and everything. But you know what? His mods are the most hateful individuals I have ever ran across. I did do something stupid. Why I did it, I don't know. But because I got into a spitting match with Charlie Chill Chicken Shit. Because I know he is. He's a piece of shit. Piece of crap, whatever. You know, here comes Morticia. And so I thought, well, you know what? That's one of Isaac's nemesis. Because she is a piece of crap. And I'll tell you why. I try to get on her good side. You know, play nice with her. And, you know, and this is after the Missouri thing. And I knew about the Google search thing. And I just didn't really think to it. I didn't let it dawn in my head that I should be trying to get that removed, because that is illegal to have some false information on somebody like that. And I don't know why it didn't dawn on me to get rid of that first. But it was also during the Debbie and Doug thing where Debbie was all about the abuse and stuff and playing that clout crap. And I was abused as a child, and that really hit home. So I also had Larry that was supporting that on Twitter and stuff like that. You know, and that was really cool. And I felt something righteous there because, you know, you don't play with abuse. But anyways, you know, Morticia found out that I had a lot of guest mob on my Twitter and this, that, and the other. Oh, I'm out of here, blah, blah, blah. And then next thing I know, I have a profile pop up on one of my videos that has my son's name. Threatening to do something to my son when school starts. And then Isaac mentions my name on one of his live streams. Calls me a pedo. But I'm obsolete. Whatever. You know, yeah, I'm a nobody. Whatever, as far as their eyes concerned. But you know what? I'm a somebody here at my home. You know, so Isaac Guest goes and pass judgment on somebody he don't even fucking know either. Along with his little followers or whatever. So you know what? There's no respect there either. Until that's earned. Bottom line. So that goes out to him too. I'm not a freaking child molester. I'm not a registered sex offender. I never have been. If I have, I could never do those things. The place I live at now, here's the funny thing, because I went and talked to my manager, and I asked her, I said, so what kind of background checks do y'all do here at this apartment complex? And she said, they don't just do just a regular background check, which is one of the ones that apparently you idiots can't afford. Y'all just do white pages and stuff, which is freaking retarded. They do real background checks. The real ones. Okay? They also do a sex offender check as well, by the way. So I was like, okay, that's cool. That's cool. So, you know, regardless, you know, because there was some info dropped on me and JP's chat one day. He pulls it up. Oh yeah, look, it's right here. Puts my face on his little live chat when it was married with YouTube, whatever. What a fucking joke. In fact, I went toe-to-toe with mugshots.com because he didn't want to remove it. He didn't want to believe it. There was an address from back when I lived in an apartment complex in 2013. Okay? See, The thing about sex offender registration, and I know this because a friend of mine got hemmed up with a little girl that lied about her age back when he was 19, 20 years old, hanging out with a bunch of adults, lied about her age, wound up getting fucked over, okay, and he is registered. And of course everybody's going to say, oh, well, he's a pedo. He's a pedo. No, she actually did lie about her age and did not look the same, and you'd be shocked at how many people get hemmed the fuck up. But that's beside the point. So, I'm educated on that. Not only that, I'm educated because I have a little one. When you move from one spot to another, your address changes. You have to. You have to report your address. It goes as far as if you live in an apartment complex that actually allows you to live in an apartment complex, and I kid you not, because there are a few complexes that allow you to stay there. If you move from one apartment to another, you have to go and redo it just to change your apartment number and do it on your ID. And like I said, the only reason why I'm educated in that is because I do have a friend who was lied on. Not really lied on, but manipulated, whatever the case may be. I know he's not like that. Now, I'll probably be called, oh, well, no, you may not be a pedo, but you're a pedo lover. No, there are those who do get hemmed up because there are some females who do not look their age, but want to act grown and lie. And then there's people that get hemmed up. But no, you know, in this little world, this little YouTube world, it doesn't matter. Just like this BBY dude. He's a idiot. Okay? Straight up idiot. But I saw the video of crackhead Morticia and whoever the hell this drunkard Miss D is, whatever she is, you know, Mischief Mayhem, whatever, where they apologized because there's false information on him about him being a pedo. You see how easy that is? Just like you idiots get up on there, Mischief and Mayhem, and y'all go and dox people and think you got somebody figured out, and you put their information on, or maybe you do have them figured out, and then you go put people's information on there that are family members that have no idea of what you're doing, and you put their damn addresses on there. So you're putting their families' lives in danger. And I know, Morticia, that it was you that did that thing with my son's name. And if it wasn't you, it was connected to you. 9-year-old little boy, you're going to threaten him? If I was a sex offender, I wouldn't have my son, nor would I be anywhere near him. Case in point, this friend of mine who has been hemmed up is in a situation where he cannot be around his children because CPS got involved, and he cannot be around his children unless it's in a public place. And he'll be lucky if his rights don't get taken away because he is an SO. And I have had CPS called on me because people are sick and get mad at you, and they think that is used as a weapon. So, with that being said, we have been accused of neglecting my child, which that is not the case because we've had those shut down. I am not a registered SO, nor have I ever been convicted of one. That's why those websites took my information down. So, JP, you did not have any facts on me, and saying to be kitty free, you, sir, are a fucking fat punk. And Joker Travels saying I look like Brokeback Mountain. It says a lot with the fact that I don't hide my name. I don't hide my face. The only thing that I would hide is my location for the safety of my family. Because you weirdos are sick and twisted. And John Hagee, you green mask wearing piece of shit. You and your little cronies need to stay out of my business. Because you don't know what you're talking about. I remember when you popped in one of my videos on comments. I remember. And that got me to investigating. And it took me this long to figure out how to get that shit off. I hate the internet when it comes to stuff like that because it's so easy to put stuff like that on there. You little funky ass hackers, and I don't know why it was done. Sick joke maybe. Didn't piss nobody off. Because I'm not a YouTuber. I was just doing videos like when my son got bullied out in Burnett, Texas. That was one of the videos. They're all erased now. Because I just didn't want my family to be hurt. But I like doing videos. I am a nobody as far as YouTube is concerned. I'm just somebody that likes to do videos and stuff. I was somebody that liked to get in there, and I found Isaac and Guest Mom because they were associated with AGP. I thought it'd be cool to get in there, maybe make some internet friends as far as just somebody just to conversate with, and not be really best friends in real life. But I did not realize how deep it was until now. But to be quite honest with you, Isaac Guest, you owe me an apology too. You really do. And I really would like to know what other websites have me that is not state websites. Because if they are private websites, they are deemed for a lawsuit. Because Mugshots tried to argue with me, and I went toe-to-toe with him, threatened him with a lawyer. He wanted to get cocky with me until I sent him the picture of me holding that .45 pistol. And then he got to thinking, wait a minute, if somebody is convicted of a felony like that, or any type of sex crime like that, you're right, cannot buy a firearm like that because you go through the ATF, Alcohol, Tobacco, and Firearms, which is a federal government agency. And then you don't get approved in apartments like this. You damn sure do not get approved in apartments like this. And in my school, my son's school, your ID gets ran. And guess what it gets ran for? That's right. Ding, ding, ding. Sex offender registration. And guess what? I get a little ID badge right here on my chest every time I go into his school. I am sick and tired of being called names that I am not. And I will stand up for that shit because it is sick, it is dangerous, and I will not tolerate it. Just like I advocated for when my son was being bullied in school. And that was the video that John Hagee wanted to bring his little faggot ass onto my comments and say that shit. Instead of saying, oh, dude, that's messed up or something like that because that's messed up. Your son had to go through that over with a teacher. No. No. Because you idiots want to live off a Google search instead of a real background check. White Pages is not a real background check, son. Actually spend the money. Spend the money and do a real background check. Oh, that's right. You can't. You know why you can't? Because you need somebody's social security number. Because the programs that legitimate people use, they use their social security number. Oh, that's right. Public record. This ought to be a lesson that public record, because even BBY, as retarded as he is, something got falsified on him that wasn't true, that was on the internet. And if anything, even though he did do all the hoo-ha shit and he's still doing it, the one thing you need to apologize to him about is calling him a pedo. Because apparently he didn't do that. At least from what Mischief and Mayhem do. And they don't really apologize very often. Because they're pieces of crap. And they love to put out people's addresses, especially their family members that are not associated with YouTube, and make it dangerous. So let that sink in. With that, I'm out.